Today we'll see where things would go for GTA 5 if Lester's wasting disease got him before he could reunite with Michael. So let's just say that a couple days before Michael would even contact him, he'd fall ill and die in his bed, and Michael would, when trying to contact him, be unsuccessful of course, and he'd find out that the number has been disconnected, and he would, after a bit of digging on the internet and whatnot, find out that Lester died merely a few days ago, and Michael would just then realize how genuinely screwed he is. He would then go to his family and tell them about the situation and his decision to sell the house, and with that they'd maybe have $100,000 left over. Let's say that they would, and I do actually think that this would impact Michael and his family in a more positive manner than not. They'd all be forced to get jobs, and Michael would, with the money that he got from selling the house, pay off Martin. As for him and Franklin, well, since Michael had gone legit, him and Franklin would kind of lose touch, and Franklin would just continue doing his thing with Lamar, while Michael, at least for now, is doing something despite not living that glamorous lifestyle he has been used to for many years. Franklin would, after the long Stretch mission, try to warn Lamar to stay away from Stretch. However, that wouldn't really work, and when Franklin refuses to go to Grove Street, Lamar goes alone, resulting in his death, which for Franklin means that he's fucked. He can't go after Stretch alone, and he has literally no one to turn to for help. So he would just have to continue living on the run for the next year or so until he would be able to find a permanent home somewhere far, far away from Los Santos, Stretch, and anyone else that he has ever known. As for Stretch, he'd probably spend around a year, probably less though, looking for Franklin, but eventually Franklin would just be in the clear. He just wouldn't be able to come back to Los Santos ever again. And I mean, it's Franklin, so he'd figure out what to do and where to make connections. I do think that he'd be just fine in this reality, although he would probably from time to time regret not going with Lamar that day. Real quick though, if you're enjoying this video so far, leave a like on it and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 3K subs before GTA 6, so let's go ahead and try to make that happen. Now, what about Trevor? Well, Trevor would just stay on Sandy Shores. He'd never find out about Michael or Brad. He'd never reunite with Lester or meet Franklin and Lamar. So he'd just keep going day by day, trying to get TP Industries up and running, getting into the occasional conflict with bikers, hillbillies, and Chinese gangsters alike. As for the bad guys, well, everyone wins pretty much. Steve and Dave do whatever they were doing prior to involving Michael in their shit show. Devin Weston harasses Solomon, which I guess the only way that we could prevent that if at some point Michael somehow meets and starts working for Solomon, which I'm not going to completely exclude from this reality. The Triads would probably just constantly try to take over Trevor's business and whatnot, but he's not backing down, so there would be common conflicts between the Triads and TPI. And Stretch, well, he got rid of Franklin and Lamar one way or another, so he's pretty much fine too. I guess for the main characters, this is a pretty mediocre ending. At least Michael wouldn't be in fear of getting killed or his family hurt, and he'd also have a much better relationship with them since they'd all be forced to contribute to the household and live more humble lifestyles. And I guess Franklin's doing okay. He'd probably be in some sort of gray area between going legit and not legit, but I doubt that he'd be living as lavish of a lifestyle as we see him in 2021. So overall, without Lester, they'd make it, sure, but they'd never do the big one, and their stories would sadly be 3 completely different separate stories, almost 3 completely different games, and the real loser of this story is sadly Lamar. RIP. But with that said, I want to thank you for watching this video. Leave your thoughts and opinions on this what if in the comments down below. This is surely an interesting one, a different one nonetheless, but I'm glad I made it overall. And also, if you have any interesting what if suggestions, make sure to leave them down in the comments, and make sure that there's some interesting, good, and juicy, impactful what ifs. Until next video stream, bye bye.